Well, good afternoon. It's great to be here, and it's kind of hard to follow the act of course, our esteemed senator and my very dear colleague and friend, Grace Napolitano. So, thank you so much for all your work. But I'm here to welcome you all to California's 44th district, and it's a great day. It's a beautiful day to have good news, and we always welcome Biden administration officials and the commissioner to come here to our district to announce good news and to bring more federal money here. So thank you very much. We are here to celebrate the millions of dollars from the federal infrastructure law for large-scale recycled water projects in Southern California. And I'm especially excited about the inclusion for funding for the Metropolitan Water District right here in Carson. And thank you, Commissioner Tootin, of the U.S. Reclamation Bureau for being here and for your leadership in implementing the infrastructure law and making sure that the money is going into communities and districts that need it. You know, right here in the 44th district, this is one of the poorest districts in the entire state of California. So it is so fitting to come here to do it, where we have such a large Latino African American population, to say that we're going to invest in you in this community, and we're going to invest to make sure that everybody has access to clean water, because this is what it's about. It's about having that access to clean water. And Senator Padilla for championing us in the state of California, because we know we need partners in the Senate who are going to push, and somebody who is not shy of doing that and making sure that we get our fair share of money, Senator. So thank you so much for your advocacy and your leadership for these transformative solutions. And of course, to Grace Napolitano, my colleague and my friend. When I first came to Congress, everybody knew Grace as the water person. Go to Grace, the water person who's going to make it happen, and who always came to the members to make sure that we were pushing our projects for water and WRDA money, and to make sure that we were doing that for our communities. And so we're going to miss Grace because this is her last term, and those are really big shoes to fill. And it is so fitting to have this place named after you in my congressional district. So I'm so excited. We're going to miss you all. And we're going to have to all jointly work together to pick up the slack to make sure we're continuing to fight for all the water rights and all the legacy, leadership that you have provided in all those years. So let's give her a great round of applause. And thank you to the Metropolitan Water District for hosting us today. Today's celebration exemplifies what happens, not only when you have Democrats in control. I know this is not a political event, but it's true, right? We were able to get things done and get this across the finish line. Everybody talks about, oh, infrastructure, but you know what? It was really Democrats with a few Republicans and this president who got it across the finish line. And I'm proud to say that we're actually members who voted for it. You can hear and see now people tout all of the great infrastructure money, even those who did not. But this is a start of an investment in water and a start an investment in infrastructure. And of course, we can't ignore the jobs it's going to create, as well as the benefits that it's going to provide to our community. So I like to call the infrastructure law the jobs bill. Because it's also creating jobs. But I want to focus just another minute on this particular site right here, the Pure Water site here in Carson. It's the Metropolitan Water District and the Los Angeles County Sanitation Districts. They're preparing for the largest water recycling program in the region and one of the largest in the world. And that's pretty amazing to host that right here in my district. This program is known as the Pure Water Southern California program, and it will purify and reuse clean wastewater that currently flows into the ocean. Some people might think about that and not have a good thought, but you know what? At the end of the day, when that clean water comes out and they're using it, nobody's thinking about that. They're thinking about making sure they have access to water. And so for the past few years, it's MWD and the LA County Sanitation District have demonstrated the effectiveness of their technology that I got to tour just a few months ago right here. And again, to have it named after my colleague and her legacy is pretty great. So at full scale, the Pure Water project will produce enough water for 1.5 million people a day. And everybody's talking about high cost. This is going to help bring down cost and keep costs down for low-income communities who are struggling. And so this is just another example of how we're working to keep costs down for the American people. And of course, as I mentioned, creating jobs. So it's an honor to be here to host you. We welcome you back as many times, Commissioner, to come and celebrate some more good news, bring more money back to this district and this county and this area. And as somebody who also represents the County of Los Angeles and LADWP, I'm very appreciative of having them included as well. And so thank you all so very much for all your work. Everybody in this room works on water and advocates for water, and we couldn't do it without you. It is a team effort, and today there's a lot to celebrate. And as Senator Padilla said, this is a big deal. Gracias.